Monday through Friday. I'm live trading every single day. Every day that I trade is live. I haven't not traded live, and I genuinely don't even know how long. I've live traded every single day, Monday through Friday, educational calls Saturday and Sunday for probably over at least a year. But this is what I'm expecting possibly right now. US 30 and NAS look pretty similar, so I'm not gonna try to go back and forth between the two right now. Just gonna keep it simple. Now I am on my way to get my car possibly fixed. Right now I just wanna see the issue. Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, good. I see we have an appointment here at 1:30.
Funnily enough, one of my students lives in the building with me. We're about to head to the gym, so yeah. About to get a workout, no days off. So if I make my next trade back plus more, I can withdraw that 1R. If I risk 1,000 and then make 2,000, that little 1,000 I lost today, I can withdraw another 1,000 tomorrow and then be right back at break even, which is why you gotta keep your head in the game. Like, what is that from? Fucking High School Musical? Morning, everybody, and welcome back to another daily video with Andre Diaz. Right now, we're about to be active with the team, just bring all my stuff over, all my electronics, all of that. And it is about to be time to get active with the team. We're about to be live trading. The same thing that I do Monday through Friday. I'm live trading every single day. Every day that I trade is live. I haven't not traded live, and I genuinely don't even know how long. I've live traded every single day, Monday through Friday, educational calls Saturday and Sunday for probably over at least a year, like a good year straight. Before I really started getting into just being as consistent as I am now, I would take some days off. I wouldn't show up on the charts every day with the team, but I show up every day, even if I take a trade or not. And that's one of the things that I've definitely changed going into 2025. Just how I do one thing is how I do everything. But if you want to be able to get access to that, you can apply to work with me in the first link in the description. Make sure you check out the last two videos. Game. Just straight game. Game. Take advantage of the free game that I'm giving you guys every single day. And with that being said, let's hop on the chart. Got it recorded right now. But basically, this is ideally what I'm expecting right now. Maybe a retracement a little bit lower to keep price moving higher. Right now, I'm bullish. We haven't had nowhere near a retracement. If I pull a fib from anywhere, we haven't retraced at all. From previous day's low to previous day's high, 50% of 38.20% is nowhere near it. If I were to pull a fib from London low to the high, that's probably the best case of a Fibonacci. If I look at the 50%, below the 50% is here. If we look in the ideal fib levels, that's around this area down there, which in my opinion is probably the best bet for what I would be looking for right now, which is likely gonna be a 4-hour gap getting traded into on the higher time frame, but we gonna see. Definitely need to see price still have a retracement lower before I can take advantage of anything. But worst case, I do nothing, but this is what I'm expecting possibly right now. US 30 and NAS look pretty similar, so I'm not gonna try to go back and forth between the two right now. Just gonna keep it simple. And it does fill in that 4-hour gap. That should be a pretty decent reaction off it, but we are going to find out. It's dropping down into it. Let's see. This point right here, this looks like if it does end up flipping bearish, this would be the gap in here that gets created to possibly use to the downside from this 8 o'clock hour low. If it does go bearish from here, the gap that is right where it is now. Like if everything starts dropping, it'll probably be this gap that ends up being the gap to use for a drop. You guys see it filling this gap, filling this gap. And then from here, if I can get my stop loss below London low, that'll honestly be a decent trade. Because honestly, yeah, I can get in with less. Oh yeah, we dropping. I'm gonna take it immediately. I'm gonna give it a second. This is where I want to get my entry though, so I'm gonna give it a second. 9:30. I might just have to get it right here for the first trade. 30 point. I just like that it's also the daily high too, so this is gonna be a form of the daily imbalance. So if I go to the daily, it looks a little different. It looks like the balance is lower on this time frame. I'm gonna trust the long still. I ain't gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna have my stop loss at the London low. So if this is an L, I have a smaller stop loss than what I would have really been risking, so I have a little bit lower risk. So if it is an L, then I can just watch, like I said, this area right up here for the shorts. But until then, I'm in longs and my stop loss, but the low of London. So yeah, that's my trade. Looking for 1 to 2. US 30 longs at 4-hour gap, 9:30, 30 point stop loss. So yeah, if I'm wrong and it runs these lows, I'll definitely be able to get a nice little reaction. It's definitely got some volume now that it's 9:30, but let's see if it's gonna hit stop loss or give us a TP. It looks like it could go either way, honestly, but I only got a 30-point stop, so I'm not too worried if it does the stop loss. No risk, no reward. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's pretty slow. Not every day is gonna be fast. Can't have volume every day. If we had volume every day, whole lot of trading. Not gonna lie, unless Nas has his retracement, I don't think I'm gonna have shit. ES could still fall too, so this is a whole trade idea. I just don't trust ES that much, to be honest. I'd rather just stay away right now. I'm too indecisive on what I think it's gonna do, because that higher time frame 4-hour gap held this, and I don't wanna bet that we're just gonna start reversing. Team, we took an L today. It's all good. You win some, you lose some. I took one trade, and honestly, it's 11 o'clock. I was waiting for another trade for a while after that, but yeah, it was pretty whack, if I do say so myself, but it's only Monday. We live to trade another day. We live to be here tomorrow, which is the whole point of all of this. We're not gonna catch a trade every day. We're not gonna have the best trades every day. We're not gonna have a setup, a system every single day. We wanna be able to be here so that when it does present itself, we can take advantage of it. We wanna be able to be here so that when we do get another trade, when we do get that setup, it's something that we can actually take something from, right? And that's the most important thing. So even though the market dropped at 9:30, stopped me out, didn't really do shit until after. And even then, didn't really do shit. We're still in the same spot. Like, if I show you guys where we are, after we dropped, we literally been here chilling around this daily and 1-hour gap, which is an area I was watching for long, but it's 11 o'clock. It's been hours. So it is what it is. I'm just take it to the chin. You win some, you lose some. But guess what? Like I keep on saying, we want to be able to be here to trade tomorrow. Now I am on my way to get my car possibly fixed. Right now, I just want to see the issue. As you guys know, last week we had a great trading week, everything. When I got my haircut, I think on Thursday, I think it was, I went to my car and I realized that I had the check engine light on. Now, it's not blinking or anything, but I do need to fill out my tires, but the tires isn't the problem. I just had that a little bit messed up because I had the tires too high, so then when I put them too low, it said it was off. But the tires are fine, but that check engine light, need to figure out the issue behind that one, because I did the reader when I was at my barber, because he had like the stuff for it. Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, good. I see we have an appointment here at 1:30.
Yes.
Okay, couple things. Are you leaving the car with us?
Yes, actually, I just got here just now. I was gonna bring the car earlier.
Yeah, tomorrow's pretty late, so I would say probably by 9, really.
Okay, that works. Right now, I'm parked here, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just come out. I'm gonna give you the keys and everything, and
Sweet.
you just go from there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll meet you outside.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So it turns out they can't fix it today, and I just got here. So yeah, that's tough. But I'm about to go figure this shit out real quick, give them the keys, and yeah, I'm gonna go from there. Okay, so we have the solution. Solution is I'm gonna leave the car here. If I need to drive home, they say they can drive me home, so I won't have to Uber. If it comes down to it, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm about to do with the rest of my day, try to figure out all of that sort of stuff, you know? But I have my laptop, got all of that stuff. But yeah, they won't be able to look at the car until tomorrow, but it seems like they were packed up, and the person that I called to be able to set up the appointment, they didn't realize that they were so fully full. But it's all good. You win some, you lose some. Let me make sure, look at all this. All these camera batteries, like I come prepared for everything. Everything. I got my laptop camera, I even got my tripod. Don't need this at all, but hey, it's there. Let me make sure I got everything. Haven't really been in this car, so there really ain't shit in here, but hey, you never know what you might forget. Back in the crib, funny story. So the people that work at the shop that I took my car to, we're gonna have to just wait until tomorrow so we can actually get checked on, just because they're a little busy, as I told you. But they drove me home. I didn't have to Uber, didn't have to do nothing. They brought me home. And the guy that dropped me off, he said, oh, this building looks familiar. This is the building that my boss, the owner lives at. And I was like, wait a minute, who is he? What's he look like? Like, what car is he driving? It turns out you guys know the GT3. He's the owner of the shop. Would have never guessed. He be sliding. It makes sense why he be sliding, because he has a place that fixes cars. He be sliding. Like that corner down there, y'all don't really see it, but he be sliding that corner, drifting that shit, going crazy. Maybe, I'm not even gonna say who it is. But yeah, shout out to the GT3, shout out to the shop, because the whole time I'm living with the owner of the person that I'm kind of paying my money to. So I'm affording his lifestyle. But yeah, hey, that's business. You have services, and that's just one of the ways of making money in the world, such as this apartment building. People are making money off of me just needing somewhere to live. But yeah, crazy story, but I'm about to head to the gym. I'm about to get a workout with one of my students. Funnily enough, one of my students lives in the building with me. We're about to head to the gym, so yeah. About to get a workout, no days off. Shout out to Elijah. I'm gonna probably get him on the video, so let's just get to work. Great workout. Worked out with my boy Eli. Shout out to Eli. Great work. I like working out with other people. Working out alone is cool, but working out with other people just feels so much better. Now, specifically working out with students is even cooler. Now, we didn't do too much charts. Now, he did have a couple questions for me that I did answer for him and all that. They had to do with more or less beginner stuff because Eli, he's in real estate. He's someone that already makes a decent amount of money, but he wants to have a way of being able to reinvest his money into another income to be able to get more money and more, just more resources, more money. That's the whole goal. We all need to be able to get rich, and he was in the gym. He understands how we do one thing is how we do everything. Fitness, finances, all of that shit is all equally as important. But yeah, getting that boy situated, getting him a little bit of understanding of take profits, TPs, getting him all of that stuff. I'm also going to get him situated with the indicator that I use for the 12 a.m. because he's been used to watching my chart, so he's not really used to being able to do it on his chart like with the 12 a.m. So I'm going to be able to do that for him, get that situated now that I'm talking about it. It reminded me, so I'm going to just text him that. Yeah, get him that. But yeah, it looks like it's got bright as shit again. Okay, let me fix this to where y'all can see me. But as of right now, I'm about to just get some content edited. I really don't got too much planned. My girlfriend, I think she's at her cousin, so I'm just here, just working. And Eli replied back, but yeah. About to just get the rest of my day continued going. Right now it is 3:15. I do have one-on-ones with some students that did need to talk about some things. So at 5 and after 3, I think it was, after 3 and 5, I have to do these one-on-one calls. So I'll probably record some of that for you guys. Anytime after 5, I'm free from 3 p.m. Yeah, I actually might have one soon. So I'm about to text one of my students, Liam. I'm gonna see if he's available, and then we're gonna hop on this one-on-one call. So yeah, you guys ended up getting some free games. Shout out to y'all. Nah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm definitely back to speed now. Before, not so much, but we good now.
Hey, next time you get sick, try getting some natural ginger, make some tea.
Natural ginger.
That shit works.
Shit, maybe. I had a couple of different people say tea, IV therapy. I had a whole lot of different shit. All I know is I took medicine and I was still fucked up. I just didn't want to do shit. I just didn't want to do shit.
No, I know, but trust me, ginger, I've recommended a lot of people out there.
I like ginger, I'll drink ginger and I have a lot of fruit drinks. But usually they'll add ginger. Ginger's like the spicy. It's like a little spiciest a little bit.
You want natural. You want straight, that you go to the store, you get the actual ginger, and you boil it and let it rest for a while, and then you put it inside a cup. If you want, add a little bit of honey for a little sweet. If you want to drink it like that, you drink it like that. And trust me,
I'll say, yeah, the best thing that's gonna allow you to get more confidence, that's gonna allow you to get used to using Tradingview, that's gonna allow you to kind of have you ever back tested yet, or have you just watched kind of the recordings, or just in the course?
just the recordings.
I bet. I'll say once you get done the blueprint, once you get more into the recordings, I want you to watch the back testing sessions because that's something that I do that you guys could also do. It's just literally all it is just the exact markup process, previous high and low, Asian session, mark up the high time frame gaps, and then based off of all that stuff that I teach you in the content, based off of all that stuff, we come to a conclusion on what an ideal trade would have been based off of our time to trade, based off of how we trade. And that's what all the back testing sessions are. And basically from doing that, you're going back into price action. Always, it's usually on Tradingview just because Tradingview is the main app that we're always really using. Like for the charts, like even me right now, my charts are on Tradingview. Even though I might trade on Hango Trade, I look at the chart for the most part on Tradingview just to get an idea, just because I can have it on my phone. It's very accessible. All Tradingview is just viewing the charts. That's all it is. And it's not just one chart, it's all the charts. Stocks, crypto, Forex, all of the above, which is why Tradingview is such a universal app for most people. But you can also paper trade on it. So if I were to show you it in this perspective, when you go to the bottom chart on Tradingview, like this is what it looks like when you're on your chart. When you go into the bottom, like scroll up like this.
Oh, I've never done it.
Yeah, this first one will be paper trading. So you might have seen these before. These are just brokers. These are brokers that are able to get connected to Tradingview. Unless it's a futures broker, it's not going to be on here. So Hango Trade is not a futures broker, so they're not on here. But if you wanted to just paper trade on here, just to, like you said, practice getting in, getting out of the trades, you can put your paper trade account. So now it's like a paper trade account where you can literally just demo trade all day long. For example, the market's still open, so I could just show you this. If I just wanted to buy right here on the paper trade, I could basically buy and sell on the paper trade essentially. And all this is just It's just demo. You'll just be able to practice. Oh, I want to see it go up. Now instead of just having maybe just like, the little chart that you'll put maybe like where it's like profit negative, like the little thing that you usually see people put for like a trade, like the colored thing. For me, it's blue and black. I use it for like when I show that I may be in a trade or trying to take a trade. Other people, they might have it like green and red. And what I mean by that is like this, because some people, you could paper trade like these, like have something there, like visually, oh, if it comes down here, I would have got stopped out. If it comes up here, I would have hit TP. But now you could do that same exact thing, but if you use paper trading, you'll essentially be able to use it as a regular trade. You can put your stop loss at the bottom, you can put your TP, and it'll essentially be like just practicing. The numbers don't mean shit. Like you can see this is up 22,000, but the numbers don't mean nothing. The numbers, that could have been $22, could be 22 cents, could be $200. That's irrelevant, right? Because that always changes just with the lot size, the contract size. But if you use paper trading on Tradingview, you'll just be able to go on here and you'll be able to practice the trades. You'll be able to do the same exact thing that you're probably doing just mentally, but you'll be able to get into the trade and actually see if it plays out. Because mentally, it can mentally hit your stop loss, but if it goes straight up afterwards, you're still going to be looking at it like, okay, this was still an okay idea. But now if you get stopped out and then it goes up, now you're in the reality of it. You can have a great idea, expect it to go up, and it might just go up after it stops you out. But now from you being able to paper trade, from you being able to demo trade, actually put yourself in these trades, you're gonna start seeing what it actually does. And since it's demo, it won't have real emotions regardless. You might be like, oh, I thought I was gonna win, but it's not gonna hit you the same as if you thought you were gonna win and you lost money. You'll just be able to focus on the process, like, oh, why did I get stopped out? Why did it hit TP? And if you keep doing the same thing and seeing a positive result and seeing that it's working, you're gonna get more positive reinforcement that you're actually probably doing something that works, because you're actually doing it now. Versus in your head mentally, you think it works because you had the couple trade ideas, but now from those trade ideas, if they can transpire into an actual successful trade, and then if they transpire into multiple successful trades, that's what allows you to have the confidence to what? Do it again, to look for it again, to have the confidence that something like that does work. Going into the future, if you plan to use, say, Hango Trade, I would definitely recommend using Hango Trade then. But if right now you're still in the learning phases, I don't want you to try to learn Tradingview, then have to learn the platform of Hango Trade. I just want you to learn the process first. I want you to learn all of that stuff before going into the nitty gritty of the platforms, because all of that stuff can change over time. You can always learn stuff with the price action, the reason you're getting in and out of a trade, all of that stuff, risk management, all of that is going to remain the same no matter if you're on paper trade, demo trade, live trade. The process is going to be the same exact thing. Using in the beginning because it's all new. It's like learning a new language. When you're learning a new language, it seems complicated, but after you start getting a hang of certain words, certain things, it's a little bit more fluid. You're able to do it a little bit better. And over time, you got a couple words that make a sentence. Now you know a couple different sentences. Now the difference between learning a language and trading is we don't need to learn every single thing about this language. We just got to learn exact things that we could use that benefit us, that we understand, that we can use now to our advantage. Instead of learning the entire dictionary, we're learning a couple different paragraphs, a couple different phrases, a couple different slang terms, and we're leaving it at that. In other words, taking that and we can do everything we need based off of those. But it still just takes time to be able to learn it, get fluent, use it in examples, talk to other people. Then there's certain times where you're speaking different language and there are words like, I don't know that word. I don't know that. I didn't learn that word. So now you're confused. It's like the same exact thing. Same thing with trading. There's going to be times we learn everything we do, but one day you might just get put in a situation where you're like, damn, I never been through this exact situation. I never had to think about what I had to do in this. But that's good because you're going to get put in situations you've never been in before to learn to become the person that you need to become a consistently profitable trader. Too much game, my camera overheated. Haven't had that happen in a while. You just lose the battery, but I have this plugged in so you can't die. You can't die, you're on a lifeline, but you can overheat. Unfortunate, about to get to editing. Got done that call with my boy Mark, just kind of getting him situated with everything. And I also had Wes. So Wes is one of the people one of the students I had a call with on, what was it, Saturday? And I gave him the journal and everything, the progress tracker, but so far, you can't really, let me put the brightness is all the way up. What the fuck? Okay, let me do this. But you can see that he's using a progress tracker and he just had got one of his funded accounts passed and now he has one winning trading day out of the 5 accumulated. So shout out to my boy Wes. You guys are watching legends in the making. They're watching people go from no payouts to getting payouts, watching people go from funded, well, not funded to funded, all within your eyes. And I'm gonna just keep on showing you the proof. Daily dose of game. Remember the longs we were watching on US 30 from the daily imbalance and the 1 hour gap? So looks like hours later, the market took it upon itself to consolidate all of New York session while we were there just for at 2 and 3 o'clock to have all the volume to the upside. And this was something we were watching during the team, so I updated them and everything. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't really care too much, but I'm about to get to editing, so yeah. So team, right now I'm chilling, watching the sun go down, just admiring everything and just being appreciative. I need you guys to understand the importance of consistency. Consistency is one of the biggest things that I strive you guys build first. If you want to build anything first, build that consistency, because the volume and the momentum you'll get from having consistency is going to push you so far in your trading, in life in general, with anything, fitness, finances, everything. Momentum is needed. And when you're consistently building momentum on a daily basis, that compound effect goes crazy. But I just want to talk about, I took a loss today, and that's perfectly fine. You guys saw the trade I took. It was a L trade, and after the fact, we were looking at US 30. US 30 had a possibility for going long, but it was at like 11 o'clock. I didn't want to take a trade at 11, and then it didn't move until 3, so it was a good idea anyway. But that trade ended up playing out, but it would have been mad late, so I'm not even mad that I missed that trade, so it is what it is. I don't even care that I lost that first trade. I missed the second trade. It is what it is. I made $7,500 and withdrew $7,500. Right now, my account is a little bit in drawdown from that trade, but if I make my next trade back plus more, I can withdraw that 1R. If I risk 1,000 and then make 2,000, that little 1,000 I lost today, I can withdraw another 1,000 tomorrow and then be right back at break even, which is why you got to keep your head in the game. Like, what is that from? Fucking High School Musical? Exactly that. Keep your head in the game, because guess what? One L, one day doesn't decide your future. I can still make money this week. I can still withdraw $5,000, $6,000 this week. I can still get a withdrawal of $1,000 tomorrow. It's okay. I took an L on my account, but guess what? I still made money last week. I can come this week and only risk half of what I made last week. If I made $7,500, I don't have no reason to lose anything more than 3. If I lose more than 3, that's my fault. But I can manage risk to the point where if I lose 3,000, call it a week. But guess what? I'm still going to be up another 3,500 if I did lose 3,500. So I'm still up 3,500 for 2 weeks. I need you guys to understand the importance of the consistency, because guess what? If I'm not here to trade next week, if I'm not here to trade in a month, that doesn't matter. And that's what most people do. They take themselves out the game because they aren't consistent. What's the best way to build your consistency? With your daily routine. Don't even allow room for doubt. Don't even allow room for second guessing. Every single day, everything you're doing is planned due to your routine. You're doing what you're supposed to do at this time because it's your routine. And from that routine, you don't got to leave it up to, should I do this? Should I? No, you're just doing what you're supposed to, no matter how you feel. Build the routine. That routine is going to be the main thing that allows you to get to the next level. And I can promise you, I'm showing you guys every single day through me and my students. You think I show up every day? Shout out to the students, shout out to the people that I'm live trading with that are showing up every day also, that's not doing it on video. I could get praise for being consistent. These are people showing up that aren't getting praise for it. And I would do it without getting praise, and I've done it without getting praise, but you get the idea. There's people that are doing it when nobody sees, and that's the real grind. Yes, I do record it, but I'm also helping you guys. So it's the pros and cons. You get what I'm saying? I'm doing it in front of people. That also feeds into my ego, but that's not always a good thing. Sometimes that might lead me to feeling a little bit arrogant or feeling like I should be humble. And that's what needs to happen. Everything in life happens, and it just kind of balances how it's supposed to be. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens just how. Microphone died, so I got my chain microphone charging right now. But I was gonna say everything happens just how it's supposed to. Trust me, everything is happening how it's supposed to. It may not be how you want to, but it's happening how it needs to for you to be great, for you to learn the lessons required to be the best version of yourself. If you want to work with me one-on-one to make sure you make your first 5 figures when it comes to trading and build yourself, build your mindset, and build yourself into the person that is capable of doing anything you ever dreamed of, then make sure you apply in the first link in the description. You can apply to work with me one-on-one. The second link is the free trading training where you can just get game, just free game, more free game. Even though I gave you a whole bunch of free game, you want more free game, click the second link. And the third link is the broker that I use. So the broker I lost money with, but also the broker I withdrew the $7,500 last week. That is the third link, Heiko Trade. Shout out to them. But yeah, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's daily video.